Sorry, I forgot to start the video earlier. I didn't realize I could video. So I'm making arroz con pollo, and what you have is you cut up your chicken. This is small pieces because I don't have a lot of rice. So to make it look like it's a lot, I cut them in little pieces. But the chicken can be cut up in bigger pieces, and you saute them in oil until they're golden brown like that, not burned. Then I push them to the side, or you take them out if you have too many. And then in the middle, you put the olive oil. Oh yeah, and you saute the chicken in olive oil. But so you add more olive oil and you put sofrito in the middle. This is sofrito. See how it's green? And it's been sauteing in oil. You can't burn it because it won't taste the same. So there it is, the sofrito in the olive oil. Then I use, instead of tomato sauce, I use ragu, traditional. And you're gonna add like 1 tablespoon per cup of rice. So there's 1 tablespoon to 3 tablespoons. Very accurate. Okay, now I'm gonna mix it all. It's gonna look like an ugly mess, but this whole dark stuff, it's gonna come up, and it's what gives the rice its darker color. So this is arroz con pollo coming up soon. So there you have the chicken. Okay, so now I'm gonna add water, or the rice first. Doesn't matter, but I'm going to pause the video. So now I'm gonna add the rice. I have here 3 cups of rice. I can add it first. It's unusual to do that. You can do it with arroz con pollo and arroz con gandules. Oh, and the way that you sauteed the rice, the chicken was in like medium-high heat. But then now you better have it turned down so you don't burn the rice. So it should be in like medium right now. Okay, so for 3 cups of rice, I'm gonna add 4.5 cups of water. This is different from the rice cooker. So this is old style, old school Puerto Rican arroz con pollo. So for 3 cups of rice, you put 4.5 cups of water. Okay, now I'm gonna turn up the heat because I need to boil this. So turn up the heat to like a medium high until it's actually, I would leave it at medium so you don't burn the rice. So stir it just once so that it gets mixed up. Don't over stir it. Oh, I gotta add the salt. Okay, so I'm gonna add the salt, and you're gonna add as much salt as you in teaspoons as you have cups of rice. So I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. See how that goes. Yeah, that's 1 teaspoon of salt. I need 2 more. Keep track with me. That's 2. I shouldn't have stirred it so much already. Because what happens is it gets what we call amogollao. Amogollao means just wet rice, and we don't eat wet rice where I come from. No, sir. Unless it's asopao, and that's a whole different thing. Alright, so I need to add the sazon coming up. Alright, so I gotta add sazon con culantro y achote. So I'm gonna put down the phone and open it. Maybe not. Then I stir it one last time. That should have all been stirred just the one time, but oh well. And BT Dubs, that rice would have been marinated ahead of time and or seasoned ahead of time and frozen. Well, you don't have to, but at least overnight that you season it. If it's fresh, then do it the day before you cook. Otherwise, the chicken doesn't taste like much. So I seasoned the chicken with, see how it's boiling already. So I should be in medium heat. I'm gonna wait till it dries a bit, and then I'm gonna cover it with the lid. The lid has foil because there's a what do you call it? The screw that holds the lid is all rusty, so I don't want it to sweat on the rice. So I cover it. Anyway, so when this is pretty much dry or starting to dry, I will cover it and turn it to low, and I'll give it 20 minutes, open it, stir it, or turn it over, and it's what we call, which I'll show you soon, in 20 minutes or 25 minutes. So again, it'll dry, I turn it to low, and I wait 20 minutes before I touch it. Oh yeah, I cover it. Okay, let's try that again. I'm gonna let it dry, turn it down to low, cover it, wait 20 minutes, uncover it, stir it once, and then cover it again for another 20, and done. Oh yeah, the sofrito that I used is from my brother's mother-in-law. It's the best thing in the world. And the chicken was seasoned with, pre-seasoned with fresh oregano. Also from Doña Aida, my brother's mother-in-law, awesome. And so the chicken would have been seasoned with oregano, salt, garlic, and olive oil. So it's starting to dry up, so I'm gonna put a lid on it. Make sure it's nice and sealed tight best you can. And now make sure it's on it's on low, the lowest you can put it. And now 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes since I turned it to low and covered it up. So now I'm gonna stir it, and actually I'm gonna fold it. That's what we do. We just turn what's at the bottom and put it, just flip it. Whatever was at the bottom is now at the top, and what was at the top is now at the bottom. It's all we do. That's how you make Puerto Rican rice. I'm not sure why, but that's what we do. Alrighty, this is not hot, so all that moisture in the lid, I'm gonna let it drip in. It's looking good. So now you stir it, or turn it. And make sure that whatever, if it's burnt at the bottom, that you don't stir that in. So leave it at the bottom, don't bring it up. So if you notice, the first time you turn it, that there's black rice, then your rice is gonna be bad. That's it. I flipped it. Pretty much. It looks good. Good color. I cover it again, and now another 20. If it's a lot of rice, being that mine is just 3 cups, I probably can just wait 10 more minutes and it'll be done. Quiero mucho. Enjoy.